Hello, how are you? I am good. Well, I'm not like perfect and all. Like, check this out. Oh, can you see it? Oh my, sorry. Look what I did to myself. Grease burn from making a pork chop. It was not good. So I got this going. My arm has been, this happened Saturday and it's now Wednesday. It's sensitive to air, water, temperatures, like it's just super sensitive. And I have it covered all the time when I'm at work and stuff, and I just got home, I'm like, you know, I'm just gonna let it get some air, but I'm afraid to let it dry out because I think it's gonna be itchy. I don't want it to be itchy. So anyway, I'm having one of those strange days. I went to this, like the little local store down the street from my house, and the owner there, he's from some like Middle Eastern country. I forget which one. But he's like, can my wife do your eyebrows? Oh my gosh. I'm like, I know they're bad, but like, are they that bad? He's like, no, not right now. And he gives me like the flyer for her business, which is 2 doors down. Because sometimes she's in there, so I'm just like, really? Are there like strays everywhere? Do I need to tweeze like ASAP? Oh. That was funny. He's like, oh, no. And he gives me the flyer for her business. Ugh. I'm having self-employed burnout. Like, I've been doing my plastics factory for, it'll be 10 years. Almost 10 years in April. So it's been 10 years. And, you know, when you get tired of a job, and we've all been there, we're just like, I've had it. Like, I've had it with the people or the pay, or you just, you know, and you quit and you find another job. And when you're self-employed, it just doesn't work that way. I mean, even if I was to close up shop tomorrow, it would cost me $75,000 to shut it down. It would, you know, it's just, I was feeling really stuck. And I was talking to my friend Greg, and he's like, what happened to your YouTube thing? I'm like, oh, I don't have time to do YouTube. He's like, no, just do it anyway. Just do it every day or every other day for a while and see what happens. And maybe you'll feel better. Maybe it'll just give you something else to think about. I'm like, okay, so I'm here talking to you. Because I have burnout. And I get it. Like, and I have a factory. I'm gone from at least 9 to 5:30. Those are my warehouse hours. I don't work from home. It does not work. My knees are too great to work here, like power wise, and I need loading docks and stuff. Sorry, I decided to move. My dad came in and wanted to watch the news, and I don't want to listen to anymore. I don't want to listen to anybody's problems today, except maybe mine or someone who has like a similar problem I can relate to. I'll watch the news later. Oh yeah, so I'm having like burnout, and my friend Greg, he's been self-employed for I think he's 10 years younger than my dad, so he's 17 years older than I am. You know, it's funny when you're self-employed, and I mean, I do have a handful of employees, but the people I talk to the most are other small business owners that are my vendors or my IT people, or people that I subcontract out to make things for me. And, you know, I'm like, maybe I should ask some of them, like, what do you do when you get burnout? And he goes, I think of new products that make me excited, that have nothing to do with what I'm doing. And then I try to find a way to make them. Like, that's what I think about all day long while I'm doing what I have to do. I'm like, that's pretty interesting. You know, that's cool. And he's like, why don't you do your YouTube thing? And I'm like, not that interesting. My life is so messed up. Like, I feel like a train wreck on parade. I've been trying to, well, my dad and I have been trying to buy back a corporate building that has been in this lawsuit we've been in for a decade. We have been in a lawsuit with my dad's next eldest brother. He's one of, it's like 4 boys and 2 girls. So his next eldest brother, they were like 13 months apart, and they were in business together for 34 years. And things like when the housing market collapsed, I'll go into it in more detail another time, but the best way to sum it up is, you know, sometimes businesses fail and crap goes downhill really fast, and you have to either adjust and accept it, or apparently steal and rob your business partner, which is what happened to my dad with his brother. It was really sad. I mean, it was one of those things, oh, we need to cut back. I'm just gonna go into like 2 examples, just real quick, and then I'll save the rest of it for another time because it's so messed up, and it's a decade of being in court at least once every 2 months. It's just a lot. And just as a for instance, one of the quick things after, like when things are going downhill and I was working for them as well, I'm like, you know, I just finished my degree in health information technology. Like, I'm gonna leave because like I lost my commission because the sales weren't there, because our industry was connected directly to housing, and I could not survive on the base pay. I mean, to go from making say like $70,000, $80,000 a year down to 24, which was the base, was just not gonna happen for me. Like, no. So, you know, I was trying to figure out a way to tell my dad that I was leaving, and I didn't know how. And he ended up having this big fight with his brother over, like, just say they make this widget, okay? And the widget's like a median priced widget. It's just right there it's just right there. It's okay. You know, there's people that make them for a little less, people that make them for a little more, but it's like it's wrong to call it a widget because it's not something everybody can use. Like, it's a specialty item related to housing. Like, if you lower the price, you're not going to sell more because you only need so many. It was that type of product. And, you know, it just, they had a blowout, and my dad wanted his brother to buy him out, and he didn't want to buy him out. So there was just, my dad shut down the company and went his own way, and his brother opened it back up, and they had to go to court to get it shut down. And it was just 2 examples of how shitty this thing was. And they were 50-50 partners, and the whole time they were in business together, like for 30 years, they always made the same salary, like 50-50. Their wives, like my mom and my aunt, had different jobs there, so they made different salary based on what they did. But, you know, my dad and my uncle were supposed to be 50-50. And it was 2 of the things that we found out right after my dad left, is that while he was living off of his home equity loan, when they cut his salary down from $150,000 a year to $17,000 a year, well, my dad was under the impression that his brother was taking $17,000 a year as salary as well, and he wasn't. He was taking the $150,000. Which was really bad. And then we also found out a little bit later that, and this is probably why I will never join a company's 401k plan, because your 401k and your money in there, there's laws to protect it, right? But really, your money is only as safe as the person who is in charge of it. And that goes for pretty much anywhere. I mean, even like, you have to be careful with investment firms of how the third party is handling your money, because people could just drain the account and go, you know. And sure, will they do jail time? Maybe, you know, if you find him and catch him, or, you know, but you can't get blood out of a turnip. So if someone steals your retirement and spends it all and can't pay it back, you know, if they're not going to make that back, you're just kind of screwed. And my dad's brother drained the company's 401k and profit sharing plan and left it without any like cash assets to sustain itself. So I didn't have much money in there. I think I had like maybe $2,000 or $3,000, but my $2,000 or $3,000, it's been a decade. So it started September 12th of 2008. I still haven't seen that money. It was really shady. It's just, it was bad. I forget on my tangent of whatever, but back to my self-employed burnout thing. I don't even know where I was going with that. It's been a long day. The guy with the eyebrows thing really creeped me out. I'm like, what's wrong with them? What? I'm like, I know they got issues, but it's Wednesday. I don't even wear makeup on Wednesday. Or Tuesday, Thursday, Friday. I don't wear makeup. Sometimes I feel like it's rubbing dirt in my face, and even though it makes me look better, it's like I have my poor skin, you know? I already got like a burnt, scabby arm over here. I'm good. I've done enough damage to my skin for the week. Is that a hawk or a crow? It is. It's a buzzard. I don't know if you can see him up there. Can you see him up there? He's huge. Where is he? He is. Hi, Mo. No, I can't see him. He's right there. Right? He's huge. Wow. We have an owl that lives back here too, and he creeps me out sometimes. Just like his wingspan has got to be every bit of 6 feet. And I hide. He's like the size of a turkey. And I know it's not a turkey because turkeys don't fly. But we have those too. I like to chase them. The wild turkeys. What? He'll come down here and just pick your little chubby butt up and fly off with you. You see him too? The cat's like, what's she gonna do? Every once in a while she finds a squirrel and he chases her back and like, it's great. I think it's funny. Yeah, so I have my like corporate burnout thing going. And my friend Greg was telling me that he likes to think about new products and expand his business, and I kind of get stuck. I'm like, I don't know what I would do. What would I add? I don't know. He's like, dude, it's the YouTube thing. I'm like, okay, I will do the YouTube thing. I will try and make a video like at least once a week for a while and see what happens. And I was like, you know, a lot of business stuff that could help people. I do. Like I know a little about a lot, and I know it all from just the school of hard knocks pretty much when it comes to setting up businesses. The animals are wild around here. We live on 10 acres, so there's always something. Yesterday I was joined by a raccoon. Oh, he's a baby. Where'd he come from? Like she's gonna answer me. He must have fallen out of the nest or something. He's a really tiny little squirrel. Moo, no. Be right back. What the hell is that? Oh. Oh. Moo. Moo. Hey, don't eat the baby squirrel. Come here. Come on, Moo. Oh. All right. So baby squirrel came, cat chased squirrel, buzzard chases. It did not look like a hawk. It looked kind of buzzard-esque. Had that gangly body. But it was still pretty big. Oh. Oh, what is with this little squirrel? I wonder if it's sick. Here. You see what I'm looking at? See him over there? Like, did he fall out of his nest? This is the squirrel that the cat is chasing. See, he's tiny. He must have fallen out of the nest. Sometimes they make it back, sometimes they don't. Their mothers are not helicopter parents. They're like, oh, you fell out, you're on your own. We'll see ya. Anyway. Yeah, leave the squirrel alone, please. Come here, Moo. Yeah, so my friend Greg was like, so what's your blog about? I'm like, my blog is, you can check it out if you want. It's simplebusinesssimplelife.com. But I just want to, like, I'm not sure what it's going to be about long term. I'm just throwing stuff out there because, you know, I'm self-employed. I have employees. Like, I'm not just self-employed from home or anything like that, which makes my situation a little bit different. You know, I have stores and products and a factory, and I went debt-free back in 2015. I started my debt-free journey. We got rid of our consumer debt last year, and now we're just following the Ramsey plan. We're in steps 4, 5, and 6, which, if you're into that, comment below and let me know. If you're like a debt person, like if you're a leverage person, I used to do that too, but I don't do that anymore. See, I could tell you about that. What else? I'd like to help people start businesses. Not like, I'm not pushing, but you know, somebody has an idea and wants to know, how do you start a business? How do you set it up? How do you set up your QuickBooks? How do you get your domain name and set up your website? Like, that's stuff that I have done over and over again as a self-employed person. Like right now going on, I have 2 online stores that I sell directly from for my factory, and some other products that I outsource. And then I have the blog, which is simplebusinesssimplelife.com. And I just kind of want to share all of the wonderful things that I have learned, like how hard it is to be debt-free, and how hard it is to go through a lawsuit with family members, how hard it is to be married to another person who is self-employed or was self-employed. You know, let's add kids to that mix. Let's add aging parents with physical disabilities. My mother has like fibromyalgia and rheumatoid arthritis. She's not so much deformed, but she has a very limited range of motion. And she just can't do certain things. She can't clean, she can't cook, she can't stand for long periods of time. She can't really have a job that requires anything physical. You know, so that puts me in like the sandwich generation, where we have the parents and the children in the house. You know, what is it like to live in a multi-generational household? What is it like to convince the multi-generational household to be debt-free with you? No one was a fan. It took maybe 3 years before everybody was on board. But I started the process anyway. I can share how I did that. I guess I have a lot of different things I can share. And I should just start, but I'm not sure where to start. So I figured I would just kind of make this video today and just gonna like throw everything out there and see where I'm gonna land. Oh, that crazy squirrel. Sometimes I think I'm not mature enough to give anybody advice. Because I'm 41 and I feel about, I'd say I feel about 23 all the time. Like, I like 23. 23 was a good year for me. So was 28. It all kind of went downhill from there. 30 was alright. 40 was okay. Like 41 is hitting me especially hard. And I think it's because it's like 41. I did the math from the day my child was born and found out that I'm gaining 10 pounds a year. She's 7. So I have gone from a size 5 to a size like 16, 18. It's the crazy squirrel. I like, so long as he's over there, I'm okay. I don't like him by me. I don't like mice, squirrels, rats, possums, raccoons. You know, I need like a 10-foot barrier. We're good. 10 feet away, please. So my channel is just going to be kind of whatever I feel like talking about and see whatever sticks. And I mean, I've learned a lot of things that maybe someone else can find helpful from A to Z. So that's what I'm going to give you as soon as I find the motivation to do it. I'll see. Alright, the squirrel is getting really nutty over here, so I think I'm going to go inside before he gnaws my toes off, because I'm wearing sandals. Alright. I love you. Bye.